Hey guys, a very sentimental artist from a extremely sentimental group from our younger days. Uh Apparently some unreleased music got released and he's heard a few snippets of it. I've heard about it. Um we're just going to play it. I can already tell you that I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. Because I haven't heard this person in a while. Yes, I listen to them on my playlist, but to know that there's something that I haven't heard is kind of weird for me. Um, this is Friendly Fire by Linkin Park.
Me the words I've forgotten, what we were fighting for. Staring right into the darkness, through an empty open door. Can't put back what's been broken, can't change the moment, we went too far. We're pulling apart for no reason. We're pulling a trigger in a useless war. And if we come back and go into the black, what are we fighting for? What are we fighting for? I was supposed to protect you, no matter what's to come. Somehow forgot when they told me we hurt the ones we love. Can't put back what's been broken, can't change the moment, we went too far. We're pulling apart for no reason. We're pulling a trigger in a useless war. If we come back and go into the black, what are we fighting for? What are we fighting? It's just friendly fire.
Oh, I'm getting chills,
Yeah, I
and
only heard the first 30 seconds on the radio and I just turned it off right away because I wanted to do this. I'm not so sure I want to do this anymore.
I came from like I borderline feel like I'm about to tear up or something. Like for those of you that don't know, which a lot of you don't, the Chester helped me in ways that he helped a lot of people. Um, to Through a lot of stuff that happened and that I was going through when I was younger. Um, and it's the only musician in my life that I ever wanted to meet. Um, my birthday was coming up, and I'd never been to a concert, and I had I got a phone call, and it was from my mom. So like when I was growing up, we didn't have like, damn, I'm starting to get hot. Um, we didn't have a lot of money, and we didn't get to go places and see things and have stuff and things like that. But someone had given me a CD that was Hybrid Theory, and then that same friend gave me a CD of, you know, um, I can't think straight.
Meteora?
Meteora, and anyways, uh, it helped me through a lot of stuff whenever I was growing up. Like I was going through some deep, some dark stuff, and I was feeling a certain way. And Chester saved me in more ways than one. Is I'm pretty sure he saved a lot of people. I've already said that. But whenever I got the phone call a few weeks before my birthday saying, "Hey, I want you to check your email," I was like, "What is it?" I had tickets to their concert, and literally the only musician in my life I ever wanted to meet. the only one. And it wasn't to say, hey, you changed my life. No, it was just I just wanted to meet the individual. Um, and then I get a phone call from a friend that was going to buy the tickets and go with me. And he said, hey, he's like, have you heard the news? I was like, what? He said, I don't want to tell you, man. He's like, I'm sorry. And then I find out. For the first time in my life, I cried over someone I had never met. And that's not easy for me to say. I don't know what he was to you, even though I don't know him personally. But the music felt like I knew exactly who they were.
Yeah, I mean, you can feel like the emotion, and it's one of those things where like you feel like you find someone that feels the same way you do at that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it was like with me too, because I saved up my money and I bought Hybrid Theory, and then I saved up my money again, and I ended up getting Meteora also, and it was one of those where it would be on repeat like
Yeah, still
all
today.
day. Every look, I even went as far as to burn a copy of Meteora and Hybrid Theory just so that I could mess up the burnt copy if it messed up, if it scratched up, just so that I wouldn't mess up the originals.
Yeah.
You know, that like that's how much I played them, and like it was one of those where like I was in school, and like I was that kid with the headphones all day. Headphones and like CD player back in the day, like in the pockets or in the book bag, and
Hoping the
just
ESP kicks in.
yep, just playing it like on repeat, one headphone in or both headphones in on lunch, all of it. That was an everyday thing for me, and it was one of those where you just felt that like, oh man, like this person feels the way I feel right now, and I mean, I didn't get a chance to I didn't get a chance to go to any concerts or anything either when I was younger. And so now like I take the time to like to do that. If I want to see somebody, if I want to see somebody that I really want to go see, I try to make it as much as possible. Like I try to make it a goal to go see it.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing with my kid now, like, we sort of listen to the same type of music, so it's something that I share with them. Like we'll go see the same bands that we like because we like, what I mean? And this is one of those where you never know what's going to happen. You never know if, I won't be able to make it, or, somebody in the band won't be able to make it, like that type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, so I try to make it a point to do it now while we can.
And it's crazy too because, well, I think I got really loud. Whenever that happened, and I don't, I'm not gonna get into the conspiracies, but I don't think he did it to himself. I'm just gonna leave that alone. And like, aside from that, like whenever it happened, there was so many people that I knew claimed to be, not, I'm not gonna say claim because everybody has their own taste, and maybe One More Light just wasn't for them. But it's kind of ironic because some of those same people, they weren't friends of mine. They were just in an area, and they heard me playing the songs and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, you like that trash ass CD? Like, hold up, bro. Like this is a person that dug me out of some hole, like repeatedly." And then his passing happens, and then I hear those same people playing it, and it's like, if you gave it a chance now, why didn't you give it a chance then? Like, so many people were bashing the album, and now all of a
Oh,
sudden,
I know what you mean,
it's so
because
stupid.
when I went to school, like, so everybody was in the bilingual program,
Hmm.
and all I listened to was rock and metal for the most part. And that's I used to get made fun of that. Like, oh, why are you listening to that kind of music? Why aren't you
I'm talking
listening
about the
to?
last album.
Yeah, I know, but like, why don't you listen to like Spanish music and stuff like that? And now I see those same people now quoting, Linkin Park lyrics, and I'm like, weren't you the same person that would, talk
Talk
trash to
shit.
me? Like talk shit to me, like back then, like because I listened to what I liked listening to. Yeah. So I get what you mean.
And like whenever you remember when I had the Turbo Civic, there was me and a guy that that's like a brother, and we literally would get in my car, and my wife's gonna see this. We would literally get in my car and say we're going to tune it, and we literally drove long enough to hear the whole album, like nonstop.
Yeah.
And both of us is emotional as hell. And the crazy thing is, are not emotional driven people,
Yeah.
and we're both just sitting there just torn up.
Yeah. Like that's what I did with my kid because he likes Fort Minor.
Fort Minor, they should have went somewhere.
So he likes Fort Minor. He likes the whole Fort Minor album, right? And I was like, buddy, did you know he used to be part of a band called Linkin Park? And he's like, what? I was like, yeah, here, listen to this. And then he's like, oh, I heard that song from Transformers and stuff like that, right? I was like, no, 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 no. I was like, buddy, we got to go all the way back. And so I started him all the way back, and now he loves it, you know.
It's like my kids; they all love this. My daughter
Yeah,
we should be sitting in the
yeah,
backseat of the truck, and like a song would come on,
yeah,
and she'd be like, "Daddy, turn it up."
yeah,
Especially "Giving Up."
yeah.
Yeah, she loves that song. She'd be back there head banging. All right,
Let's finish this.
this is yeah,
I know.
this is kind of
Yeah.
I feel it.
We're strangers in between the darkness, diving underneath. I'll find you out on the horizon. We'll never be enemies. Can't put back what's been broken. Can't change the moment. We went too far. Falling apart for no reason. We're pulling a trigger in a useless war. And if we come back and go into the black, what are we fighting for? What are we fighting? It's just friendly fire. Fire. Fire.
Yeah, I miss him, and I've never even met him.
Yeah, I know we went on a long ass rant.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah. We'll see y'all next time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
Later, yeah.